everything.
We might
Not everything.
actually have to stop saying spread the love of the hobby
It's bad.
because we've been
No.
either talking shit or
Nope.
people talk shit to us
Well,
all
that's
the time.
true. Listen,
Second
people
part.
get mad at me for reading. Not my problem.
That's what you get for reading.
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
that's
And
not
you
my
don't
problem.
read.
Commentary.
Yeah,
That's what you
that's
get
not
for
my
reading.
problem. People get mad at me for who can't read. That's, it's not my fault you can't read.
Take it easy on the delivery guy.
Yeah.
Before we jump right
go
into
ahead.
it, I got a drink here today.
Yeah, man.
A
This
rare
is
occasion
Hey,
for
man.
me. This is bourbon,
Cheers.
and I just wanted to say on John's behalf, shout out to Ryan. Right? You get maybe
for real,
like
man.
talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, Ryan. Like I said, I rarely drink, maybe once every few months, but now it's 2 weeks in a row, so it's not good for me. But Ryan
great.
reached out. He's like, "Hey, what were you drinking?" And I told Ryan it was just Maker's Neat, which is what this is. And he said, and then he asked what bourbons I had. Told him which ones I did have. I told him that I had that Colonel Taylor's bottle. I got 2 of them actually.
Damn.
And then he said that he was gonna send samples so that I could
Damn.
enjoy some good liquor. So
And
thank
by
you.
the
Ryan.
way, Ryan's a friend of the podcast, and listener. We connected because he was listening, and he sold some of his first edition cards to me. Also happens to be a bourbon collector, from my understanding. Yeah, so that's what
nuts,
John's talking about is
Yeah.
getting some samples from Ryan on all these bourbons. So that's awesome. Hey, spread the love, right, Jason?
Exactly,
Right, guys?
Jason.
Spread the love. Hey, you know what? Yeah, shout out Ryan. Thank you for supporting us every single week, listening to all the episodes. He always sends us messages about you. You know he listens because he will pick certain parts out of the episode to talk to us about. And we really appreciate the support. And John, man, you might have to start.
Yeah, not good.
You might have to start doing it. Every
I will-
single week, you might have to pour yourself a glass. That could be your thing. You could be like your crypto guy with his wine.
God. Yeah, pass. Not going to do that.
No,
but
you need to do that.
for Ryan, I will. Yeah. Shout out
There you
Ryan.
go.
It's badass. I'll do it just for Ryan, our one fan, our one listener who listens to the
one-
podcast in full. That's not
Hey,
a
you know what?
family
That's
member.
all we need.
There are more and more out there, it seems, because I'll say listeners, not necessarily fans, because we're getting a lot more hate.
Yeah.
So
Hey,
we're getting more listeners, most of whom are hate.
any attention is good attention, man. All those people just saying we're just posting videos and clips for clickbait. Hey, appreciate the help on the algorithm.
Exactly. Crazy.
Oh,
man.
I saw you. I remember you guys posting whatever crap about PSA before, and I was like, hey, man, hey, you're a supporter, man. You came back to comment again. After all these times, man, you came back to support us, and I appreciate it. Whether it's good or bad, we appreciate all the discussion, all the debates.
Yeah, man.
It's great,
Exactly.
man. That's what we're here for. We understand not everybody's going to agree with the things that we talk about. And we understand Backyard Breaks has a huge following, clearly a ton of supporters. We understand people are in support of PSA and what they're doing as a company. And it's all right. It's open for discussion. Everything's opinion based. We're not sitting back as experts. We just give our opinions. And if you like it, you like it. And if you don't, you don't. But if you want to comment and have a debate and talk a little shit, let's talk shit, man. You know what we're here for? It's all out of love. Sometimes.
Most of the time.
Sometimes. But we can actually cheers to this episode, and we can cheers to this intro. We'll run the intro and we'll get into some topics. Everybody,
Here we go.
welcome to the Jelly Cards podcast.
Salud.
Yeah, I should have drank there, I guess.
It's all right. No worries. Okay, so
This guy.
first thing I want to talk about, I broke my one rule of going to card shows. I went to a local card show yesterday on Saturday, and I broke my one rule. My one rule is every show I go to, I do a lap before I buy anything.
Yeah, that was my 3x3 a couple weeks ago.
And I bought from the second table at the show.
I'm surprised you lasted through 2 tables. That for
Yeah,
You
for
last show
real.
that Eric and I went to was the first fucking table.
it was I never do
Yep.
that,
That
and,
guy was awesome, though.
yeah, I don't know what happened. I came across 3 cards. I have them right here for show and tell, and yeah, and I would just you know what? I told myself in my head, "I'm just gonna be GX hunting. That's what Imma do," and I came across 3 GX cards that I didn't have, made a deal on it, kept going, but then I came to one table and they had one-piece booster boxes, and they were priced extremely well, and I went because I only brought myself X amount of cash because I was like, I don't wanna go over this amount, and I was pissed. I was very mad at myself. I'm like, "You never do this," because I wish I would've just bought that booster box, came home, ripped it, had some fun. Even though I bought a ton of GX cards for my own PC, I got us some jelly stuff, some sealed one-piece illustration boxes for us to keep. I bought myself a starter deck just in case. Shout out Warlug if he wants to start playing some One Piece, man. I got the starter kit ready to go, man.
Damn.
But yeah, I was like, damn, man. And I never do that. I bought from 2 tables before I ever made my lap.
Damn, Jason.
I know. And I never do that.
But you know what? That's smart that you brought cash and you set that as your limit.
I
Yeah.
always only bring X amount of money but I went over. I went over.
Did you use, like, a digital
No,
application or something?
I have a separate envelope of cash. That's like,
Awesome.
this is my card spending money when I go to shows.
But then how do you
And that
wait,
was
maybe I
I had I
misunderstood.
had also, like, my personal cash in my wallet.
Oh,
So I used
okay.
my personal
He dipped
cash.
in. He dipped into the
I
personal
had to
cash.
dip in.
He dipped.
I dipped.
He's a dipper.
Yeah. Yep. So I always only allocate myself X amount of money, so that way I can keep myself from overspending.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
smart.
I'm telling you, I blacked out.
He
I blacked
blacked
out.
out.
Like, I don't know what the hell happened. I was there for less than an hour.
Damn. Did you
It was a
finish
small
your lap?
show.
Did you like go
Yeah.
around the whole
Oh, yeah,
show?
it was a very small show.
Blacked
It was
out.
at a brewery, which was really
Oh, that's
cool.
cool.
It was
Nice.
Pokey and Brews is what those shows are called. And, it was a very small show in my lap, but yeah, I looked and I went, "I think I spent a lot." And then I walked out. I was like, "Let me leave now before I spend more." Got into the car, counted it up, and went, "Whoops." I was like, "What the fuck just happened?" But that was it, man. Yeah. But I
Did
got
you
some cool stuff, and I'm
That's what I was
happy
gonna
about it.
ask. Yeah, did you make some good deals at least? Did you find the same stuff later and it was better prices?
When I looked it up on eBay, so those illustration boxes, I was really happy with. The guy made a deal with me. He originally had both those boxes, so it's illustration boxes volume 5 and 6. I think they just announced that they're going to come out with 7 and 8 soon. But everybody on eBay is selling those as a lot pretty much, and pretty much around like $100. He had them both listed for 60. He originally was like 110. I asked him for 100. He was like, "Okay, I'll do it for 100." So
Damn.
I was like, "Perfect." It's like right at market of what eBay's selling them for.
Good shit.
I was happy with that. All the GX cards, it really doesn't matter. Like, some I was buying for like $2, some I was buying for 5, but that doesn't matter. Those are just for my own PC. So I'm not going to haggle too much, but
Appreciate that.
yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
How was
Oh yeah,
Ripfest?
how was Ripfest?
Yeah,
You too.
so Ripfest, reminder that just, couple of us getting together, not necessarily only jelly guys, but you know, my brother, a couple other friends getting together and getting as many sealed packs and other products all in one place to just fucking rip. And it was fun. Eric, I don't think we got a ton of huge hits, but
No.
did we? I don't remember.
No, I mean you got it. You got the good one. You got the Dawn one.
Oh, that was awesome.
Larry got the My Little Pony.
Wait,
Oh,
whoa, whoa, My Little Pony. Like are we talking about the Galarian Rapidash?
No, the other like full art.
Oh, I was like, damn, I'm like, that's from
It's a
like Chilling
Pokemon card?
Reign.
Yeah, yeah. What else? What you? I feel like you got a lot of the good ones.
I'll show my favorites in show and tell, but nothing crazy. So, for example, our mutual friend Kian he's master setting Phantasmal Flames, and he's hunting the 2 Charizard chases, and we
Good luck.
opened, I don't know,
Yeah,
how many,
a
like
lot.
50 or 60 Phantasmal Flames packs, and didn't get it, unfortunately. So nothing on that caliber. But yeah, a few other fun cards, some of which I'll show during show and tell. But regardless of what we pulled, it's a ton of fun. You know, like group of us getting together, drinking coffees, goofing
That's
Sure.
awesome.
around,
That's
Yeah,
great.
It's the
ripping
best.
packs.
Especially in the morning. You guys, you
Yeah,
guys did this in the morning, right?
yeah.
yeah.
That
This
is the
morning.
best.
We went
There's
9
no better way.
a.m. to 1:30 p.m. of
Damn,
like
man.
straight ripping packs.
The only way that could be better is if you did it at like 6 a.m.
Yes.
I would be so happy.
Yeah.
It'd be like
6
the
a.m. 1:30.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
then everybody leaves, you take a nap.
Yeah. What tell me right now, is there no better feeling than when we were tabling at shows, when we were vendors at shows, and we were waking up and going to get breakfast first and then going?
I would do it every single day.
I would do that every damn day.
Even if we lost money, I'd be still doing it.
And Panera was our spot. We would go, or even just card shows.
Yeah.
We would all get together early in the morning, go get breakfast first. Usually it was Panera, because there was always one by the shows. Every show we went to, always a Panera. And then we would go to the shows, or we'd table at a show, and that was the best. Like,
that's
there's
what
nothing better than
That's
that.
what one of our high school friends, I won't say his name, I don't know if he wants to, be named, but that's one of our high school friends does at all the local shows around Chicago. He and a couple friends, get together and they go to all these shows and they sell what they can sell, and if not, they're just kind of chilling. It's cool, and yeah, it's fun for both sides, vendor or buyer. I have a good time when I go and buy. And then for vendors, like you said, Jason, we had fun doing it for the period of time when you were still in town around here.
Yeah.
Maybe someday, when you get back here, we'll keep doing it. But it is more serious. Like, but when we were doing it, it was like early 2020s. Uh, but now, like, it's even thinking then, I was thinking, how could Pokemon get even bigger? And sure enough, it's fucking crazy now. You'll get
Dude,
lucky to
it's
find stuff at MSRP. So I don't know, maybe the vendor experience is different. You have to be
yeah.
like more on your game. I'm only guessing because we
Mhm.
haven't been a vendor in maybe like 3-ish years.
Yeah. You actually just sparked a thought that came to my head, and something I wanted to tell you guys, because when I went to that show yesterday, I was now obviously it was a Pokemon TCG show, but a lot of the local shows that I hit up all the time, Pokemon heavily outweighs the sports card vendors there. But a lot of them too are getting hella into One Piece. But the amount of raw cards I saw versus graded was crazy. Almost
For
every
Pokemon.
single in general,
Okay.
almost every single vendor had their cases filled with nothing but raw cards.
Hmm.
I was pretty shocked, because typically when I go to different shows, you still see a lot of graded slabs. I'm starting to see a ton of raw
Eric, that's what
cards.
Eric's been talking about recently,
Yeah.
and we're texting about this topic and how there is a growing effect of binder superiority.
Well, I think it's happening, and I don't know if it has anything in relation to what's going on with the grading part of the hobby, with PSA increasing prices, obviously delayed turnaround times, because still it's not like I'm seeing a crap ton of tag. I was seeing a lot of CGC at first, not seeing it anymore. It's a lot of PSA, but I don't know if people are just waiting for those orders to come back, or if they're just done
Probably.
grading and they think that they're just, hey, you know what? I'm just going to sell raw now, like Eric wants. Like, hey, why can't we just sell everything raw?
I see I still see, I would say 95% PSA in person. The other 5% is I've seen Tag, CGC, Get, even GMA, but I see a lot of CGC on eBay
Me
and
too.
some other online marketplaces. A lot of CGC.
It has to be because of turnaround times, I'm guessing, and of course, they're huge in the TCG hobby. Like, they are basically primarily a TCG grading company, and with comics and everything, so I can understand that, but yeah, I think Eric might be onto something there. Binders are just every single vendor has binders after binders after binders. They'll have 3 of them stacked on top of each other. "Oh, this binder is for this binder is for that, this binder has all of these cards into it. This is a $1 binder." And then they'll have display cases, and it's all raw cards.
Damn.
Well, I guess it
Eric, how do you feel
depends.
about that,
Well,
man?
I mean, yeah, it's great for me as somebody who goes and looks for my PC. But I mean, I don't know. The last show we were at, there was a couple people who had like cases full of like graded 10 real
Yeah.
big
Mhm.
bangers. So like,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mostly just look in binders now because I just want more cards.
It was you know
Just
what?
want more cards.
Going to that show, that was one of the first times that I primarily flipped through binders. And like I said, I don't do that. My eyes are always focused to finding value in the slabs, finding that, hidden value, something that maybe I can wheel and deal with. And obviously I was primarily still looking at a lot of One Piece. I'm just your boy's hooked, man. I'm gonna say this officially on the podcast
Here we go.
for all you
Christ.
guys to hear.
Yeah, here we
Yep,
go.
that's here we go. I think for my part of the jelly business for
It's
2026,
all
and
One Piece.
I told this to Warlug today. I think I'm gonna be strictly One Piece this year for you for the business.
Okay, great.
Can't not miss. Can't wait.
By
Yep.
the way, let's get Warlock back on here. He and I got to talk Arc Raiders.
All
Sure.
right.
Yes.
He'll do
Yeah.
it. That guy's
Well, he will
awesome.
definitely do
Brandon is
that.
the shit.
Yeah.
I've
He
been grinding that
streams
recently.
he streams like I don't even know how he streams like every day for like 2 hours.
Damn, man.
Just for his own personal stuff,
Yeah,
and I think he still goes after the stream's cut. And then
yeah,
he's
yeah.
still and because of you guys, he is heavily getting back into Dragon Ball Super. He was telling me today, he was like at first he was like, "Oh, I think I'm buying 2 booster boxes." And I was like, "Oh, damn, okay, cool." And then
Dude,
I told him what John says, "Hey, you should buy 2 of everything. You
Eric
should
and I
always
were,
buy 2 of everything."
yes, that is John's
And so
rule,
then
and
so
he's totally right about that. Go ahead.
by the end of the day, he's like, "Damn, okay, I think I'm gonna buy 6."
My man. Hell yeah, Brandon.
Eric and I were just
Yep.
texting about this. Eric just started Dragon Ball, by the way. What's your
I don't know if he's watching the Dragon Ball everybody else is watching.
No, I promise you he is. He's watching the right one. I'll get back to the cards in a
It's
second, but
outrageous.
yeah,
It's out of control. It's how they like realize, yeah, this is good to show to kids is incredible. So it's
Right?
wild, but it's fun. It's a fun show.
It's good stuff.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
go back to him.
we were
Yeah.
just texting about how we gotta fucking pull that Bulma alt art
Yes.
in the bunny suit. And he just got, didn't you just get to that
It just
episode?
got, yeah, just so that, yeah.
Sweet.
Man, God, I
Yeah,
gotta
but
get my hands
because
on some DBS.
She's a little
Dude,
hussy, that Bulma.
he's buying all of his from TCG Player too, by the way.
Really?
that-
Okay.
Yeah, that's where this will be his he only has ever bought singles off a TCG Player, but this will be the first time if he does make the purchase, this will be the first time that he buys like sealed product off a TCG Player. I mean, I've been looking at TCG Player for One Piece booster
That's a
boxes
dangerous
because
place. Thank you.
it's honestly it's very hard to find One Piece booster boxes that are not overpriced. Like David Adams, like, whoa, what are you guys selling your shit at, man? Come on. Like, what the hell are you guys selling your shit at that you're that high up? Like, come on, let's bring the prices down just a little bit because you guys are crazy high.
I agree.
Yeah. But going off of while Luke, I know I'm thinking Luke's probably looking up TCG Player right now.
Yeah, dude, I'm looking up DBS. Like, I want to buy a fucking.
Do it.
Yeah,
I want to buy a
he's-
case.
He's been
2 cases.
Oh
he's been
my
finding
God.
the booster boxes for like 150.
And how many
Possi-
packs come in a booster box? Oh, booster is 24 packs, 150. So that's $6 per pack. Not.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad.
GameStop sells them
I've
for
seen
like
like
$7,
double.
$8 a pack.
Yeah, I've seen. Yeah, and even more.
Holy
Those
shit.
4 that I bought, I think I bought them at like $7.99 or $6.99 or whatever.
I feel like we
Yeah.
should talk about that too.
Dude.
I'm kind of pissed that GameStop prices are usually like
Screw
resale
GameStop when it
prices.
comes to
Yeah, what's up with that?
exactly. They clearly, I don't know if
They're
they're the
aware.
scalpers buying off of like,
they're aware.
but it's crazy. Like they definitely, I don't know where they get their distribution of product from, but they're always sold out online. They
Yep.
have nothing online. And online they show all like damn near MSRP prices. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it pisses you off because then you go, oh, damn, okay. And it's sold out in your area, sold out in your area.
Yeah, our today when we were at Rip Fest, our mutual friend Keen was talking about that their prices were crazy, and
Probably why they're
just
closing so many stores down.
no, that's for different reason. But
being an asshole.
on yeah, go off King. But on Black Friday, I visited 3 GameStop stores, brick and mortar, and for the same UPC, there were 3 different prices.
I remember you saying that.
I'm not familiar with GameStop's business. I don't know if like each location is franchise and they have some wiggle room with their price. They could set their own prices or what. I don't know any of that stuff. So it's interesting though.
Very. Speaking of Kian though, if Kian listens to these episodes, you said he needs 2 of the Charizards from Phantasma?
Yeah, the Charizard
The big
X,
one.
SIR and the other one?
Good luck.
Wait a minute, he's the SIR in the gold?
For sure the SIR. I don't
Well,
remember
yeah,
the
that
gold.
has to be the SIR and then the gold one. The gold one, the pack
There's
odds
like,
or the pull rates are like crazy.
yeah.
And then the SIR, I saw somebody posted it was like 1 in 80 or 1 in 90 packs.
It's
Yeah.
still
Which-
like a $800 card though, maybe even
Yeah.
more.
But the gold one is the ultimate chase now in that one, which is kind of crazy because usually it's flipped. Usually
Yeah.
people prefer the SIRs than they do
Yeah.
the gold ones. But real quick before we get into show and tell, and then we can get into the main topic of conversation, I sent you guys a post that One Piece made a announcement that they're going to be reprinting some sets, which I actually am very happy about. So they're going to be printing OP13, which was the Carrying on His Will set, which that's the one I said is going to be the Evolving Skies of One Piece. And then also one of their EB sets, it's EB04, which EB is just like an extra booster. They're pretty much just like, I guess, kind of like promo ones or something. They just add in like extra cards for like leaders if you're actually playing the game. The EBs are really more for like gameplay. But something that they put in the actual post, and I want to read it because I actually like what they said. So basically they said, due to overwhelming demand, we understand that many users have recently experienced difficulties purchasing our products. To help improve availability and ensure more fans have the opportunity to purchase these items, they're preparing the following measures. So they're going to reprint like those 2 sets that I said. So this was the biggest thing that I liked that they said. We are currently moving forward, reprinting OP13 and EB03. I thought it was EB04. With distribution expected to begin around June. For this wave, priority allocation will be given to Bandai TCG Plus stores that consistently support organized play. I
Nice.
thought that was the best thing that they could have ever said.
That's awesome.
So any store that has organized play, so they have sanctioned games and like either weekly tournaments or they have like store tournaments where they're actually people are going there and playing the game. Those are where they want that product to go to. And I thought that was absolutely amazing
I agree.
because clearly that is for the actual collectors, the actual players, rather than, Pokemon doing all these rib prints and then they're just going to wherever they go to, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
So shout out to One Piece for doing that, to actually care about you wanting people to play the game and get those boxes. So you're gonna give them to the stores that actually have tournaments.
And who's got the license for One Piece? Is it Bandai?
Bandai. So
Hmm.
And
shout out Bandai,
who has Yu-Gi-Oh? Is it Konami?
Konami.
Konami.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so
We should maybe
shout out Bandai there.
maybe not in this episode, but next episode or in the future, we should we should talk about the video that one of you guys sent about the Yu-Gi-Oh TCG player that found a not a loophole, but
best.
he built a deck and
Yes.
ran tournaments and
Yes, that video
we
that Eric sent.
That's awesome.
that was okay. Eric sent it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
we
the
should
best.
just okay. So just teasing it with any card game, you know, there's metas and there's ways to expose the game. And Eric sent the three of us a video about an avid Yu-Gi-Oh TCG player who created a deck that was unique
Within the rules.
within the
Within the rules
rules
of the game.
and consistently placed near the top in tournaments. And so it'll cross over between TCG and what John knows and everything like that. So something that we'll get to maybe in a future episode, but since we're already like halfway deep in this one,
Yeah.
we'll save it.
Well, we can jump into some show and tell and then keep moving on with the topics. So, who's got some cards? Who wants to show some cards?
Okay, I'll go. So I have cards from 3 different sources today. I'll start with the cards that I liked that I pulled during Ripfest today. February 15th. Start with the promo from the Pokemon Day 3-pack, collection. It's the Pikachu with the Pokemon
Cute.
Day 2026 stamp.
It's a
I
really
like
nice
any
artwork.
promo card. Give me a stamp. Give me a promo card. I'll take it.
There you go.
I like
Then
that.
I got a Hops Wooloo full art from Journey Together. Then I got Pikachu EX from Surging
Sweet.
Sparks.
Surging Sparks. Yep.
Card number 57. And then this is the one that Eric referenced earlier. Card number 129 out of 94 from Phantasmal Flames. It's the full art Dawn trainer card.
On.
And then card here that I bought recently on eBay for my first edition PC. It is the first edition
Hell yeah.
Pidgeot Jungle Hollow.
Is that how they sent it in a card saver?
Yeah. It's not a card saver one. It's actually branded with this dude's company, so I won't.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Hey,
Maybe
if
they
he
want
wants to sponsor us.
Yeah, thank you, Jason. That's what I thought too.
It's in good condition though. It's mint. I was very happy.
You want to sponsor us? We'll shout out your product, man.
I'll think about it.
And then last one here is one of the legendary birds cards. This one is Articuno. It's still in the cello with like the
Zapdos.
Yeah, with the Zapdos like informational card covering the face of the card. But I kind of like jiggled it around. I could tell that it's Articuno. Actually, I confirmed it. I know it's Articuno. But I bought this from PokeChef
Sweet.
Nice.
on cards
Sweet.
and all. Yeah, so somebody who we've been trying to get as a guest on the podcast recently. Maybe we'll make it
will
work.
happen.
But with 5 people trying to line up schedules, it's tough.
Yeah.
But this, I always tune into his streams on eBay Live, and I just because they're fun. And this was the first thing that I bought from him. I got it for a good price, and it's in good condition. And I'm
Awesome.
planning to grade it. So happy with the purchase. There it is. Thank you, PokeChef.
Sweet.
Awesome.
Well, I'll go next because you were talking about some promo cards, and I got 2. So these are 3. These were the first 3 pickups I had at the show. Starting off with a Sun and Moon promo, Charizard GX.
Sick.
Nice.
Right there. Yep. That was one of the pickups. And then the other promo card, also still from Sun and Moon, the Detective Pikachu Charizard promo.
Yeah, give me those promos, man.
And then finishing, this is not a promo, but this is the Charizard GX from Burning Shadows.
I think
This
that's
is
my
the set that has the really expensive Rainbow Rare Charizard GX as well. That eventually I'll have to get for the collection.
of the 3 you just showed. I think that's my favorite.
The Burning Shadows one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, the Detective Pikachu, so back when that set originally came out, now it's not actually from it, but obviously it was Sun and Moon set promo card. I believe it was just from the Detective Pikachu promo boxes. That set was not, people did not like that. But this card is going up in price.
Damn.
It is starting to go up in price. And hey, shout out Detective Pikachu sets. Any collectors out there, I kind of, same as like Pokemon Go. Like it was just,
Yeah.
it was hyped up a lot. It wasn't that great, but that Charizard's going up in price. So those were the first 3 cards that I picked up. Guy was able to make a deal with me, so I was happy with them. Those are my first 3 Charizard GX for the collection.
Sweet. Love it.
I'll go. So, these cards, I bought them on Whatnot, and it was part of that, like, long stream where I got a bunch of first edition cards that, I gave to Luke to look through to, like,
I still
kinda...
got
It's okay. So, I bought these because I thought that they were really cool, and once I showed the Pikachu, you'll see, that was the first one that I saw. So, once he sold that one, I bought the other 4. So, I guess it's from the, 2019 Kanto Power, I think. I think it's called that. Yeah, I think it's a Kanto Power set. So the first one is a Charizard.
Sick.
Second one is Pikachu, but there's also Vulpix.
nice.
Yeah. So I was like, okay,
There's your
yeah, I gotta buy
Pokemon.
that. And then the next one's a Mewtwo. Fourth one is Dragonite. Then the
Sick.
Also cool. Love it.
fifth
yeah.
one is a Mew, and then there's a Psyduck down there. But wait,
They
I'm
should-
not done. Check
They
this
should put
out.
Umbreon in it.
I realized that like a couple days ago when I was flipping through the cards, if you put the cards next to each other, they make an
yeah,
image.
it's like a
Shit.
Sick.
Wow.
I took a
It
photo of it
forms a
because
whole picture.
yeah,
Are you going to get one of those frames to do it? To like have them all together?
maybe. Is that a thing?
I think so, yeah. I
Damn,
think it
that's
is a
so
you
thing.
could
where they
definitely
do
get that made.
Yeah.
Why is this so bad? But yeah,
I can,
No,
I
I
can
could
tell,
see
like,
it. Yeah, I can
I don't
see
see
it.
really clearly, but I could tell
yeah.
each card connects to
Yeah.
an overall
Yeah.
larger.
No,
So
they
cool.
have.
All right,
You
I could do that.
You need to get it so then they all line up.
Yeah, it's really fucking cool. So I
Cool,
was like
man.
super happy. I got them for like $1 each.
Damn,
Mostly
that's
because
Sweet.
yeah, I saw the Pikachu Vulpix and I was like, this is badass. And then they like went through the other ones. I'm like, okay, sure. Nobody else wants to bid. I'll take them. It was on Whatnot, but yeah, it's my show and tell.
Awesome,
Nice.
man.
All right, Eric.
All right, Eric.
Here's the 2 polls from Ripfest. Yeah, this morning Chelsea got. Start with the cutie.
Oh, you got the
Yes.
Piplup?
Yeah,
sent
she
that in
pulled
for
the
grading.
Piplup.
Sick.
Yeah, she pulled that, but she pulled this one first. The Buffalant.
What the
SIR.
hell
Yeah.
is that?
It's a bison, Fenton bison.
Yeah, the Fenton Bison.
Never
Yeah.
heard of him.
He's a buffalo, so yeah.
Hands over there.
Yeah, she was pulling all the heat. She's
Undefeated.
pulling all the heat for us, or for me at least.
Probably
Can't-
weighs the packs. Weighs the packs in her hand.
He lit.
I
Eric
had a
brought
scale.
a scale and he was weighing the packs.
God, this guy, man.
Boy.
Yeah,
Jesus
why wouldn't
Hey,
you?
we used to do
Data.
that. We
Mm.
tested
During the
that
Rip
theory
Fests.
out.
Yeah, it's good
It's
We
times.
did
called
that with
data,
some packs
sorry.
that we got from Dean's.
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
It's all
And it
just
actually worked
numbers.
out. The heavier packs actually had the hits.
Yeah, I've actually
Like
seen
it actually was a thing.
a lot of people do it. Whatnot stream that I frequent, they sell, what's the word I'm looking for? Advertised, I guess, heavy packs. And the way that they run their stream is that if they open up that pack live and you don't get a holo, they refund you, like completely.
Wow.
So I've thought
Damn.
about it a lot.
That's
I'm
pretty
thinking about
legit.
buying a Fossil first edition pack, heavy,
Yeah.
and just be like, yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
How much are those now? Because you remember we used to see those for
It's
like
so stupid.
$200.
Yeah, man, it's like
Dude.
800 each.
We
I
should have
bought-
every single time we saw one, we should have bought them.
You're gonna make me fucking sick the more you talk about it. I even like semi recently I bought my brother
Yeah.
a first edition pack a year ago.
Yep,
Less
I
than a year
remember.
ago. For 2 after tax and fees and shit on eBay, like 280. Now they're
Shit.
500. 600.
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
5 to 6. Oh my God. We used to see them everywhere for
Dude,
$200. I used to see them at that Geek Toy Hut in Arlington Heights. I used to see them there
Sick about it.
and at that time they were $260. They had them high.
You know what makes
Because
me
I
sick is
oh
like
my
we.
god.
By the way, listeners, we are SCW motherfuckers. Shoulda, coulda,
Always.
woulda. We
Shoulda,
Yeah.
coulda, woulda.
we always play the shoulda, coulda, woulda game. But
That's
what makes me
that's
even
what this
more
podcast
sick,
should be called.
yes, yeah, fucking
The shoulda,
SCW.
coulda, woulda podcast.
What makes
Yeah,
me
it
even
should.
more sick is at that, like, so what's the name of the card store, Jason?
Geek Toy
Well,
Hut
Gamers
and
World?
Gamers
Yeah.
World.
So Jason, when he was still in the area, would go to this card shop called Gamers World, and they had a lot of first edition vintage
Yeah.
packs, like
Oh, it
Wizards
was great.
packs.
It was just a
And
mall store.
yeah, and even at that point, okay, so what makes me sick is even at that point, I knew that eventually I wanted to buy these packs, but just wasn't the right time for me. So today, when those packs are now like 3 times the cost, I'm thinking, holy fucking shit, I should have just bought them. Like, why was I waiting? Because it's not like, oh, this thing increased in price. If we only knew. No, like I
Yep.
knew that I
No.
wanted those packs. I want a first edition pack from each of the Wizard sets with each art that's part of my PC that I want to include. And now I'm gonna pay like 5-fold, and by the
Yeah.
time I actually get around to it, it'll probably be 10 or 20-fold, and I'll just fucking cry.
But here's the thing though. Back then, and that was, obviously a few years ago, that was a lot for Pokemon to like buy something that much for Pokemon. That was a lot. My God, there were so many. Gamers World, Geek Toy Hut, they all had first edition. Geek Toy Hut had first edition Fossil, first edition Team Rocket packs, and they had Gym Heroes, either Gym Heroes or Gym Challenge. I can't
Challenge.
remember. I think
Dude,
it was Gym Heroes. And they had them in there every single time I went there. Every time I went to that shop, they had them in there. But I was like, the Fossil was at like 260. The Team Rocket, I think that was like 200 or something. And then Gym Heroes was right around the same price. But I was just like, damn, man, like that's a lot of money. At that time, that was a lot of money to spend on Pokemon product, especially one pack. And knowing me, I would have fucking ripped it. I would have opened it.
Pokemon is so crazy now. So Jelly Cards, our company here, we bought a binder from somebody, I don't know, however many
The
years.
best purchase we've ever
Yeah.
made. Shout out, Eric. Thank you.
We
Thank you for that.
we bought a
Making that
binder
deal.
from somebody, and when we were trying to like price the collection, I forgot if we included all of the other singles that like didn't matter.
I think it was
Base
all the big hits.
Right. I think we were just focused on the big hits. Like one of the biggest cards that came out of that binder was a first edition Shadowless base
Venusaur.
set Venusaur. But there were
Oh,
other
okay,
cards in
yeah.
there like Unlimited Charmander, Unlimited this, maybe a first
There was
edition
a Zard.
common
There
and
was a
uncommon.
Charizard.
Yes.
Yeah.
We didn't necessarily price all those. We were just looking at the big things. But Pokemon is so crazy recently, the past 6 months, let's say, that all of those cards that we didn't even bother pricing because we knew like they weren't gonna sell are now selling. Like I've seen lots. This is what I do because I'm fucking sick. I'll search Pokemon in eBay and just search for ending soonest to see what I can just fucking snipe. Like what can I get fast and now because I have a problem. Joking, but
No, he's not.
No, it's
I'm
true.
not.
We all have a problem.
But I see frequently lots of 12 cards, 36 cards, 25 cards of just like an uncommons from the wizard sets. So anywhere from base set to the Neo series and even a little bit, yeah, let's say Neo series of just unlimited, not first edition, selling for $20, $30. And only like 3 or 4 years ago, those were worthless.
Yeah.
When I saw that recently, I was amazed because I can't believe that Pokemon is now this crazy that people want unlimited cards now,
Mhm.
which I thought were a dime a dozen or less recently.
So I think that's perfect segue into what I wanted to ask you guys. Are we currently in a TCG driven hobby? Has TCG taken over the hobby and pushed aside sports cards?
I feel like I'm not equipped to answer that because I'm only TCG. I don't look at sports cards at all.
The numbers don't lie. Grading numbers are down for sports cards, and TCG is kicking the shit out of any pro athlete. Name any. Drake May, probably the biggest, like maybe the biggest young player in the hobby right now. Yeah. But his cards, I mean, obviously, he just played in a Super Bowl. And I mean, TCG's they destroying him. Michael Jordan, TCG destroying him.
Watch
I mean, not all time, but recently, I mean, it's just that we are in a TCG driven hobby 100%. I want to toss something up to you guys real quick, all right?
Here we go.
I want to toss something up to you guys. If you go onto GemRate, and this is based solely upon just the last week graded, it goes for PSA or just graded in general. Pikachu right now, and this is for trending players and subjects in the past week. Pikachu's number 1. Charizard is number 2. You want to take a guess at who's number 3?
Fluffy, whatever the hell the guy's name is at One Piece.
Jesus fucking Christ, John.
Monkey
Buffy
D.
the
Luffy.
Bath
Monkey D.
vampires.
Luffy, John. Luffy.
Yeah,
Luffy.
sure. All right.
I thought it was Luffy too.
But number
Buffy,
3,
the vampire slayer.
number 3 right now is Monkey D. Luffy, is the 3rd most graded in the last week. That TCG's been out for 3 years. He already has graded
Luffy.
all-time 26 cards. Graded all-time.
What does the D stand for?
Dumb.
I could tell you.
That I actually don't know.
Is it
So I'm not
dragon?
gonna.
No, I got an answer.
No, not dragon. I don't know what Monkey D. I don't know what the D stands for.
How do
to be
they
totally honest.
translate that from Japanese? Monkey, okay, there's a word for that, but what is
Yeah.
Luffy? Like,
Monkey D. Luffy is.
how do they get
is his
monkey?
name.
How do they
Letters.
get Luffy?
But
How do they get D. Luffy?
that character has more cards graded than Gyarados does
Okay.
all time, more than Alakazam all time, and that TCG's been out for 3 years.
How do you feel about that, Jason?
I think it's crazy. I think it's crazy, and I mean I think it speaks volumes to the trajectory of One Piece right now and the popularity of One Piece. I mean, personally, like when Eric said, like, when I was telling you guys, like, oh, you guys should really get into One Piece, buy One Piece, and Eric was like, I don't want to jump on to the bandwagon of it. I don't think it's necessarily One Piece is a bandwagon right now. One Piece is just the new popular TCG that everybody's getting into. Like, if we weren't collectors of Pokemon and we were strictly sports cards and we never even touched Pokemon ever in our lives and decided, okay, now we're going to jump into Pokemon, that to me would be jumping into the bandwagon of Pokemon because it's been out for so long. We've had all these years that we could have collected Pokemon and we never did. One Piece the TCG's only been out for 3 years. So it's still so brand new into the hobby.
I thought it's been out for like 30.
Not the
show.
anime.
Show.
The
No,
anime
I know
has.
the show.
Yeah. No, the TCG's been out for 3 years. They're only on set 14. OP 14.
Okay, maybe I misinterpreted something recently, but yeah, I know they're on. They've been.
Yeah. The anime's been
Yes,
out
I know that. Yeah.
for forever.
Yes.
I mean, I just right now, to see that Luffy is the 3rd most graded character or subject in the hobby right now is pretty fucking crazy. Higher than Michael Jordan in the last week.
Yeah,
Right.
I agree. I am surprised, especially if it includes sports.
Yeah, me too.
Yep.
That's sports combined. That's TCG and sports combined.
Yeah,
He's number 3.
that is surprising.
Should I then assume that this Buffy guy is equivalent to
Luffy.
Pikachu?
Luffy, man, you're gonna piss a lot of people off. Don't piss people off
No.
on purpose.
Yeah.
Like, you're just being a dick right now.
All right, what's the name? Luffy?
Luffy.
Okay, Luffy is essentially like the Pikachu of One Piece.
Yes. Well,
Do you
Luffy is
think-
basically like that, like Ash Ketchum.
Okay, but that's I'm
If
trying
Ash
to get
was
to
a
the
Pokemon.
right. My point is like if you hit a Luffy card in your One Piece set, you should send it for grading. Is that what people are doing essentially?
Basically, yeah. I'm from what I'm seeing, any Luffy card right now, everyone's just sending to get graded.
That makes me feel this might anger some people, maybe hurt you too, Jason. That makes me feel like 2020 Topps bubble, where everybody is just sending Luis Robert and Bo Bichette because they're the hottest rookie / like, okay, everybody's hitting Luffy. Let's all send our Luffy cards. And that's going to get to the point where it's like, meh.
But what have we talked about? Like we've said this before, that the difference between TCG and sports is that, hey, Luis Robert could just kind of stop playing well.
True.
And Monkey D. Luffy keeps going because the anime keeps going. So
That's what he does.
That's what he does. You're right, but I don't feel confident. And then, Jason, what's the other thing that you texted today about gem rates too?
Their shit, man. Their gem rate's crazy high. Like, shout out to Bandai and their quality control because, man, when I've bought those Sabo PSA 10s, they're like there's the difference is like it's like 95% gem rate. Or like some of them are like 98% gem rate
That's awesome.
with PSA. Yeah, and I think that's great. I think and I'm that's
So
I was like, damn, dude, you should be sending every single one to BGS. To try to get there's a lot of them surfacing. I sent you guys that the promo card that they did with the LA Dodgers with Monkey D. Luffy on it. What it just sold for $19,000 and it was a black label 10. And it was just a promo card that you got at a baseball game. Bandai
John's
for
mad.
quality control.
Somebody
Yeah,
else say something. I need to take a break.
Why?
Because I've talked too long. I don't want to sound like a pessimist. I want to hear Luke and Eric's opinion.
On
Well,
what?
yeah. Do you guys think we are in a TCG driven hobby that, it's like, hey, move aside sports cards? I mean, look at the grading numbers say it. There's way more TCG being graded than there are sports cards. Or are just people being smarter about what they're sending in sports cards?
I don't know the answer to that. And anything, if I'm going to respond, and my response is anecdotal because I don't do my own studies. But I go to my local Target, I go to my local whatever store that sells cards, and I see sports cards that I can buy. I see 0 Pokemon all the time.
Very fair point.
That's where I'm at too.
Accurate. Okay, I agree that it is becoming. If we're including all cards in the quote unquote hobby, then yes, TCG is like the heavy hitter / in the lead in terms of who's driving the markets and especially the grading, obviously. But I think it's you kind of gotta break it up into, I don't know, sections, or I guess different definitions. What do you mean by driving the hobby? Like, is the most expensive TCG card gonna ever outsell the most expensive sport card? I don't think.
Probably no.
Yeah, I don't think it will. I don't think the
Logan Paul's is ending tonight.
Set that one aside. By the way, did he accept our offer?
No, he backed out. Didn't even respond.
You know what? Yeah, he was shaking in his boots.
Yeah, didn't even respond. Set that one aside because it's a very
it's a very niche card.
Yeah,
I would say that your top sports cards still outsell the top
right
Pokemon cards in dollar value.
Yeah. So I don't know, like, is that what you're using to say quote unquote driving the hobby, or are you using strictly how many cards are getting graded?
I think it's just from what we're seeing currently. How many cards are being graded, what's on the shelves, what's available to you as the consumer. You're going to card shows.
We have answers and semi-answers to 2 of those questions. So what we see we don't see Pokemon on the shelves because they're purchased immediately.
You're not seeing it's even hard to get Dragon Ball right now.
Yeah, it's hard
to get Dragon Ball.
I don't want to talk about it.
It's hard to get Dragon Ball. It's hard to get One Piece. It's hard to get Pokemon. Hey, if you're a huge collector or you play Yu-Gi-Oh, have fun, man. Yu-Gi-Oh's all over the shelves.
Yeah,
until these overframe cards come out.
Yes.
Buy Yu-Gi-Oh now before it's too late.
Yes. Yep. Until all these overframe cards come out, and then Yu-Gi-Oh, you're not going to see Yu-Gi-Oh.
But are people? But okay, so when these overframe cards come out, are people gonna care about the cards before
Think
the
so.
overframe cards?
Like you're talking about like the OG cards, or are you
Yeah.
just talking about in the middle,
Anything,
like the
like
middle of the
anything
road?
before. Like I can go.
I think
I
the
was at Target.
OGs are gonna like.
Rising tides.
Okay,
Yep.
sure,
John's gonna be sitting on a gold mine.
but I can go to
What matter?
the Target near me and I can get sealed Yu-Gi-Oh product. So
Boosters
that's gonna
instead.
be people are gonna want that too.
I
I
think
would.
so.
Maybe.
But
Because
like,
they're just gonna move on. They're gonna see this influx in TCG, and they're gonna see this influx in Yu-Gi-Oh because these overframe cards came out, and everyone's gonna go crazy for it. And I think it's also
Wait a
because
minute.
you gotta look at sports cards and understand that not every box. Like I can open up a blister pack of Pokemon cards, and I still feel like I have the chance to pull that SIR, Charizard from Phantasmal Flames. It's happened. But am I really gonna open up a Topps Chrome blaster box and get a 101 or the best chase auto out of it?
Why do you? But
Those odds are very against me. You know what I mean?
so what are the odds of pulling a chase in any of the recent Pokemon expansions?
That's what I.
And
That
and
Well,
was,
how
the
much
good thing about it is
how much money is that gonna?
they're all booster packs. Versus like sports cards is different versus you have blaster boxes, you have
Mm,
mega boxes, you have hobby boxes, you have your whatever. If you're doing promos, sometimes they do promo boxes with tops. But Pokemon, they're every single thing. If you're buying a promo box, it's all
yeah,
booster
a
packs
Mega Evolutions pack is gonna be the same in a 3-pack collection, the same in a
as it
hanger
is
pack,
in
booster box. Okay, I get what you're saying.
that's an. I think that's a really great question, Jason. Like, do you think that? I agree with you. I think that the odds of you hitting the chase card in, let's say, 10 Pokemon booster packs is better than you hitting the base chase
the
auto.
chase. Yeah.
In 10 hobby packs of baseball or Prism or whatever you want to call it. But that's a really, I don't know. That's a good thought.
I think we should be thinking about expected value rather than like hitting the chase.
Fair. Yep. True.
And
Absolutely.
it also depends on who's having this conversation. Like if it's collectors, then if I only like our mutual friend Kian, he's master setting Phantasmal Flames. So he just wants the card to have it. So somebody like that is going to look at cards differently than somebody that is intending to buy a pack of sealed whatever sports cards, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, to pull the chase to resell it. Like those are two different paths, two different types of people.
Yeah. Okay. Why do you want to look at it from both sides? Well, how does that affect like my odds of hitting the card that I want?
No, it doesn't affect the odds. I just think maybe if you're a person that's getting into collecting cards, like, and you're undecided on TCG or sports, and you had to pick one, and and you and you're picking one of those based on what? Based on expected value or based on how likely is it that you can master set each set?
Okay.
I feel like the likelihood of master setting is higher with Pokemon.
Okay. So would it be fair to say that the collector side of the hobby is driven by TCG and the sports side of the hobby is driven by investing? Or like, you think both are dominated by TCG? You think a lot more people are investing in TCG?
I think both are dominated because of the grading numbers. Like the grading numbers tell me TCG's dominating the grading part of the hobby. And clearly from a lot of the responses we got talking about PSA increasing their prices, people blame TCG. People blame Pokemon collectors and Pokemon buyers for flooding.
Do you guys, like, semi-related, do you guys know anybody at all that has a binder that wants to master set Topps fucking whatever or Bowman or I don't
No.
collect sports cards, so I don't.
It's
No.
always one player. It's always one player. And they want how Eric did with Justin Fields and the Mosaic cards.
And I've only met literally one of those fucking people, and that was a show. We
And
were
he's
a
on the
vendor.
podcast right now.
No, I'm talking about a collector. We were a vendor at a show, and there was a nice woman she was trying to collect every card of a player that was I think on the White Sox at the time.
It might have
I
been
don't know if any of you
Moncada.
guys remember.
I remember.
But I know there are more people out there like that, but if we're talking about master setting or species setting, which is a new term I learned from dude that made that video about the different types of holographic Pokemon cards. Anyway, I don't know, or I haven't seen a lot of people that try to like collect the whole set for sports or collect all of one player in sports. It seems to me like anybody collecting sports they're just focused on values, which I'm not saying it's bad. It's just an observation.
I think there's definitely way more flippers in sports cards than there are in TCG. However, I think people are realizing the value that TCG still has. Even though One Piece gem rates are at 98%, they're still selling for the manga alt arts are still selling for thousands of dollars in a PSA 10. Because right now it's just this is the craze. TCG is the craze. Like that's what people want. And that's what I see. That's what I physically see, at least on my side, is
I see
it's
it.
TCG driven right now.
And what you said is accurate because I think that the majority of the comments that we got on our videos in terms of people supporting PSA and backing their decision to raise prices, I would say that a majority of those people are card flippers and sports card flippers. And they do seem to be, this is just my observation, I'm not accusing anybody of anything, but I feel like they are blaming the TCG part of the hobby who's sending all of their Pokemon cards to PSA and backlogging / flooding the system, which I would just watch the video that we posted on what Eric said to that. So
yeah, Eric, how do you feel about that, man? How do you feel about people basically kind of almost agreeing with Cards Max? There's a lot of people who side with Cards Max.
Great, cool. I hope they feel good about themselves. They're like, who are they to tell me what to grade? I want them to tell that to like some kid who collects some random card that he really likes, and I want Card Max to go up to him and be like, "Hey, what the fuck are you doing?
yeah,
You're preventing me from getting my cards faster because you want to send what I deem is trash."
Utter garbage.
Yeah.
You inexperienced
Fuck
grader.
you, Cards Max, and anybody who thinks like him is how I think. And then we just keep it moving from there.
I was shocked to see how many
Me
people
too,
were in
man.
support of PSA increasing their prices.
Yeah, they're all fucking
crazy,
shills. They're all they all
Yeah,
just
man.
want to suckle at the tit like Jeff and Cards Max.
Honestly, yes, I really think so. Like, I really think it's just all flippers.
Go ahead, Luke.
It makes sense just from like the first thing you learn in microeconomics, supply and demand. There's
Yes.
clearly enough demand, so your price is gonna go up. But it sucks for people like me who I'm only subbing my PC. And honestly, I don't care if it takes 1 month or 8 months. I don't need it back too quickly. If it's going to take 10
That's
years,
a
like
really fucking
if
good point.
if I sub a card and it's going
Luke.
to take 10 years, okay,
Yeah.
maybe never mind. But if it takes 8 months, honestly, I don't care. Like
That's a
it's going to be
fucking good
it's going to
point.
be
I'm happy.
8 months from now is October. It's going to be October before we know it. Like that's how fucking life goes,
What-
man.
Yeah.
And and last thing is that I don't fucking care about the lead time on
Yeah,
a
that
card
is
if I
such a
can
fucking good
sub
point.
it for a decent price, which it hasn't been a decent price for years. I'm sure I've talked about on our podcast how when the four of us at the same time kind of like seriously got back into collecting, say was still doing $10 a card. That is a
Mhm.
fucking pipe dream now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Can you imagine $10 a card? I would send everything that I could see.
Yeah. 200, 500 cards. Easy.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
So that's like, I'm happy Luke brought that up because one of the comments that we got, I like screenshotted it. release day rips. He commented on one of our videos, either one of the Cards Max ones or whatever, and he said the same thing Luke said. Like, he wishes that there was a service level at PSA where the turnaround time was maybe 1 year, and it could be like $10 a card. He quoted $7 a card because he has a bunch of cards from his dad's collection from the 60s and 70s that he just wants to preserve them. And I was like, why the hell have I never thought that or said that on the podcast?
That is such a good idea. Credit to this person, because I would do that. And I don't know, I'm just going to throw out an arbitrary maximum date out there. Let's say 18 months. I would do 18 months.
Yeah,
for 12, let's say $12 a card. I would do that.
Yeah, me too.
That's
I feel like
really great
PSA, in terms of even if I want to pitch this as a business idea, even if you put it at $1 profit per card, you would make a lot of money, because I'll send 500 cards and you just make $500
the
off
way
them.
the way you do, like, from PSA's perspective is, and this is, I'm assuming this is how they do it now ish, kind of, is you prioritize the priority submissions, and then our hypothetical 18-month submissions would be, we don't pay until they get graded. So it would be, okay, we get them back in, like, PSA gets to them 17 months from now or sooner if you're light on submissions, in which case you grade them, we pay you, and then you're still getting revenue, and then we get our cards back 18 months or sooner.
Sold.
All right, but dude, it's done.
I
we
think you
figured
nailed
it
it
out.
on the. I think you nailed it on the head with saying, and that's why I think it's a TCG driven hobby, not just because of the resale value that you can make off of Pokemon cards, One Piece, Dragon Ball, whatever you're buying and selling, Digimon. If you, dude, I see Digimon cards on the shelves, man. Come on. I think it's a mixture of those people who are still trying to flip those cards if they can for whatever price, but we're seeing such an increase in the grading because I don't care how long it takes to get these cards back. They're just my personal collection cards.
Yeah,
So I'm using
Max.
I'm using the lower service because I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
I don't care.
Cards Max is mad at us and other people for subbing, like Eric said, what he deems cards that don't matter.
Utter garbage.
I'm mad at him for clouding up PSA's resources to grade cards, because my understanding is originally grading surfaced because we just wanted the cards to be protected and we wanted an estimation on what the quality of the card is. Now, when people like this fucking guy turns it into, oh, I'm just going to flip shit and take advantage of people and I'm only concerned about my bottom dollar, well, you're ruining it for me, Mr. Cards Max, Cards Min.
Did it
Darren
end?
Ravel says
Wait, what?
This card at 12.93 million was the most valuable card in the world for 176 days.
Wait,
The current bid on the Logan Paul Pokemon
13.51.
Illustrated card is 13.51 million. That was a tweet I just read from Darren Ravel. So, holy
passed.
shit.
$13.5 million?
Currently.
Sorry, we just like really
shit.
switched suddenly there. John held up a tweet.
I had
read
to.
it.
I'm sorry.
But yeah,
Luke.
that's
My God, the most expensive card ever sold. Holy shit.
So
Well,
I guess
move aside, sports cards.
Yeah, there you go, Jason.
TCG driven hobby, baby.
hey, so our offer was like, seems like we would have been getting good value.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Oh, wait, no,
left
did I
money
say,
on the table.
I said
Sucks to suck.
I said 60 million, right? Okay,
Yeah.
no.
We
So
ended on 60 million.
we're still in the running.
Fuck,
We could still buy
man.
it.
Yeah.
And it hasn't even ended.
Yeah.
It hasn't ended.
Yeah, so we could buy it.
Holy shit, man. Well,
Guess we
the
got
Maverick, Logan Paul, man.
stupid.
Eric's boy.
Great. I hope everybody feels really good about supporting him.
I want to know what's going to happen with the people who are still waiting to be paid out from the shared equity.
Nothing, John. Nothing. Those
because
people,
he
those
wasn't
people got
involved,
fucked.
remember?
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with him.
Those
Was I
people got
fucked?
fucked.
What am
and
I
that's it.
talking? Of course. How could I forget? Well, there you
He's a
go,
fucking
Jason.
loser.
Damn. Well, there
Highest.
you go. I think that's a perfect time to end this episode, man. $13.51 million current bid.
And counting.
Logan Paul's and counting. Logan Paul's Illustrated Pikachu. Obviously, when this episode goes up later in the week, that card will be sold already. But damn.
Give me a new prediction real quick. What's the
My
price?
God, it's gonna go $20 million.
No.
I'm gonna 17.5.
15.4.
18.1.
Okay, Eric.
I hope he gets nothing.
I hope
Alright.
the bids start
It's
getting
just
taken
shell
away.
I hope he
bidding.
gets
So we got
nothing.
0 and then other guesses in the.
I hope he gets
millions.
nothing. 'cause
I
that's
really
what
want
he
to know.
The
deserves.
site crashes
Golden
like
deals with
snipe.
that.
Yeah,
Like,
him
how
and
does
him
Golden
and his
handle that?
fucking-
If someone's like, "Oh my god,
and
I'm
his
so
wife.
sorry."
You know they're all sitting in Golden's office right now watching this shit.
Popping
And they're
champagne.
fucking going, popping champagne,
They're all
popping,
shill
popping
bidding
each
it.
other's assholes. Finger popping
Alrighty.
each other's assholes. All
Hey.
right, John.
Stop fucking with Korea, Jesus. All right.
He ain't
Yeah.
got time for your problems. He's busy.
Anyway, thank you everybody for listening. This was like a rare impromptu Sunday night podcast episode with jelly cards. Oh god. Jason is holding up his One Piece box with Fluffy, the vampire slayer. And so we recorded this podcast on February 15th. It is currently like around 9 p.m. Central Time. So we just found out the Logan Paul Illustrator Pikachu, diamond necklace chain included, has now surpassed the most expensive card ever sold. So yeah, follow us on YouTube, subscribe to the YouTube channel, X, Instagram, Facebook if you really want to, whatnot as well. Jelly Cards, JELICARDS. You can listen to the Jelly Cards podcast on both Apple and Spotify. Please follow the podcast if you enjoy the stuff we talk about. Would really appreciate a good rating or a review as well. Always love reading the reviews, so keep those coming. Yeah, we talked about a lot. I would really love to hear even more. Like Jason said, we appreciate the comments on the post. I don't even care if they're angry or if they're like, obviously I love the support, but if you want to debate stuff, by all means, comment away. We'll talk about it and have some fun talking about the things that we love. And hope we all have a good week, because now the weekend is over, so now I can't say my weekend line. And as always, even though we may have started to stray, keep spreading the love of this hobby from your friends at Jelly Cards.
Jason, nice shirt, by the way.